I come out here to my brother's. I'm gonna pick up some broccoli because I want to put some broccoli up. But I'm looking at the collars. You can tell the collars are still so pretty. Look at that cabbage head on that collar. They're really pretty. I've got a few that's kind of the ones they don't look so good. I got some for the chickens, and I'm getting a few for somebody else to eat. But look how pretty that is. There's still pretty collars out here. Broccoli is so pretty. Let's see how big they are. See how big they are. Let me see how much this does, and then if I need more, I can come back before it gets
real cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
We find one that's
In the middle.
in the middle right here, Tim.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
Breaking apart, you can say.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It's nice broccoli though. Well, the chickens are to be happy. I brought them some treats back from thruogh. They've already been cleaning up some collars and some, I don't know what you call that kind of green stuff. It's just come up. So they're living it though. I got some more to put under the shelter so I can give them some each day a little bit. When they clean this up, I'll give them some more. But there's some happy little chickies. Well, I couldn't leave these out, so I give them some stuff too. I'll bring them some collars tomorrow and we'll see if they eat them. They're kind of funny about, they're not eating as much as, they're still kind of used to what greens are, so, but they'll get used to it, they'll eat them. They're too busy eating feed right now where I just gave them, so, but there's some healthy, happy chickens, so they got some greens. So they ought to be happy. The big old rooster. Yeah. So I'm not mean yet. I'm still friendly. So yesterday I went to my brother's and mom's and to cut some broccoli because I wanted to put some up. And I also got rutabagas and rutabaga salads so I can cook today for supper. So you can see I've got my broccoli already washed. Well, I'm washing them and kind of soaking them in water, trying to make sure there's no critters or anything, if there's worms or anything on them. But so far I haven't really seen anything. But you know, I'm cleaning them, getting the dirt and grit and all that stuff. I was letting them soak in cold water, and I'm gonna soon start. I'm gonna wash them some more, and I'll start cutting them because I'm gonna start blanching them. So once I get them blanched, I will put them in some cold ice water to stop the cooking process, to cool them down. And I'll probably blanch them for about 3 minutes. So once I do that, I'm gonna put towels on top of my countertops and I'm gonna lay the broccoli out on here so it'll dry, so they won't be smushy, because they said you need to dry them good so they won't be smushy when you put them up. And I've read some, because last year I put them up, I just let them dry real good and I put them up. But I've also read that it would work better if you take your cookie sheet and put parsley paper on it and put them in the freezer, lay them on that and put them in the freezer for 2 hours. I'm gonna try that this year. I don't have a lot of space in my fridge. I got enough space in my freezer on that side to put one of my small cookie sheet, but I have got the freezer in the shop now. It's working good, so I might use it as well. So I might fix another cookie sheet tray and put some in it and let it stay for 2 hours, and then we'll put them up. So I'm gonna see how that works this year. I'm gonna try that. And also I'm gonna be cooking a picnic in the oven for supper tonight. And like I said, I was gonna cook rutabagas and rutabaga salad, and I also probably save some broccoli out and cook it for supper too, so we'll have broccoli and cheese. So that's what we're gonna have for supper. So hang out with me today and we'll get some broccoli blanched to put up in the freezer. All right, so I got my pot going over here, trying to just got it on, starting to let it start boiling. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting my broccoli, and I'm gonna wash them one more time before I put them in there. Once the water gets ready to start a rolling boiling water, then we're gonna put them in there and let them blanch for about 3 minutes, and then we're gonna put them in some cool water. So I'm gonna get this going first. It'll take a minute for that water to heat up. So I'm gonna cut these, and I'm cutting the stalks off and trying to cut them in little, and you can do it however you want to. This is just the way I like to do them, so. It is a cold day, the wind's up, so this will work out perfect doing that this week, because I knew it was going to be chilly, and I was like, it's too cold to do a lot outside other than the feed and what you need to do. And I was like, you know what, it'd be a good time. I could work in the shop too, because the heat's on, but in my little workshop, but I was like, well, I had a chance, and I wanted to put some more stuff up so we'll have some more stuff to eat instead of having to buy it at the grocery store. I decided to put up broccoli today. And since I was in here cooking anyway, I said, well, you know what, I'm gonna put one of them picnics, because our hog freezer is getting low, so we're gonna soon have to get some more piggies to top out. So we'll have some meat for this summer. So it won't be long, hopefully 2 calves to be grow by, I think we got a slaughter date, I believe it's in May, I think, to have the 2 calves slaughter. So because even our beef freezer is getting kind of low too, so I've been not trying to buy a lot from the grocery store other than some chicken. That's about the only thing we do buy at the grocery store. So I really look to get some. I think the next thing we would love to do, but we just don't have, Andy don't have a lot of time because he's busy still working and doing. He gets home sometimes late and he stays busy. We'd love to get some mink chickens and try to put some up. So I see a few worms on here, not a lot, just a few. I did see a worm, so I'm gonna wash them and clean them real good before I do anything else. And there's a few that looks like it. I don't like how they look, so. So I'm gonna finish doing this, and then I'm gonna wash them some more, and then once I get blanching, I'll bring you back and let you see what I'm doing. All right, so my water has started boiling, so I'm gonna start putting I already got these cut and washed real good, so I'm gonna put those in there as much as I can put in there in the pot. I'm gonna blanch them for 3 minutes. And once once it starts pulling back, once I put them in there, I'm gonna blanch them for 3 minutes. And then I already got my basin over there full of water and ice, and I'm gonna put them in it and let the cooling process, the cooking process cool down. So let's see what we can do. Alright, so I got that one done. I'm going to put it in the ice water right here. I'll slide it right here so you can see it. I'm going to put it in the ice water. A little cool. And it is hot. Very hot. Alright. Alright, so I got the next round 2 going, and as soon as I get them out of the cold water for a second, I'm going to put them on top of the countertop so I'm going to dry on the towels, and then I'm going to put them in the freezer, cookie sheet, and put them in the freezer. So we'll see how it goes. So this time I decided, instead of just putting it in the water, I decided to leave it in this thing and set it in the water and let it cool down, so it won't be so bad a job trying to scoop it out, and then I can just lay it on. But you can see I got this laying. And yes, they do fall apart. It's so fresh. They're just falling apart. But you can see I'm going to let them dry. And then I'm going to try to put them in the freezer. But they'll be good. Okay, I just got done with the broccoli. And I'm a little late because it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to put my roast in the oven. I got it. My oven's already preheating and it's ready for it to go. I set it for 350. And so here is my roast. This is what it looks like. I put some seasoning on it. I got a little bit of water at the bottom with some seasoning stuff in it. So, because I didn't want it to stick at the bottom, so I put a little bit of water because I know there was going to be juices from the picnic coming out, so I didn't need a lot. It is not big enough where I can put my lid on, so that's great because I was scared I was have to use lemon foil like I do for my turkeys and stuff. But my lid actually fits, so I'm fixing to put it in the oven to cook. It's a big piece of picnic. My lid fits perfect on it. I just got broccoli everywhere. I got a mess in my kitchen. And I forgot to move my racks down because I did some muffins, or I did some cheese toast the other day. Last night, once we had breakfast food. So I'm going to put it in the center of my oven. And we'll put it in there. Alright, so got it cooking. It started at 1 o'clock, so hopefully it'll be ready. Andy usually don't get home till later, so he don't actually get home at 5 o'clock, so it's usually about 6 or 6:30 or 7 before he gets home. So hopefully it'll be done by then. So I think 4 or 5 hours it'll be ready. So by 5 or 6 o'clock it should definitely be ready. I'll keep a check on that. And I've just got finished. You can tell I got the last batch of broccoli on here, and I'll turn the camera around so you can see what I've got on my towels drying. So this is what I got on the towels drying. I learned that the first batch I did, I cut them kind of little. So the next batch I kept it kind of little bigger holes. So because they're tender, it's just falling all apart. This is a job doing, so it's time consuming, and it looks like it's just all smushed together, but it's gonna be good. The broccoli is so tender, and it just comes apart, which broccoli comes apart when you cook it anyhow or blanch it. So it might not look perfect. It might not be exactly what other people do, but I think it'll be all right. So, and I got the other last ones cooling. I have learned to use this. It's easier to do than trying to scoop it out of all that water. It's just easier. So I put it in that and make sure the cold water gets in them good. And then I can raise it up and let the water kind of drain out, and then it's less water on the towel. So I learned it as I go. That was a better option for me to do. But I've got that in the oven, and I'll show you in a little bit. I'm gonna soon start cooking my rutabagas and my greens, because it'll take about a little over an hour to cook them. So I wish I had some ham hock to put in them, but I don't. Okay, so I'm back, and they're dried up, some of it dried, so I was going to try this parchment paper, and they say you can layer it, so I kind of layered it, but I had to be careful because they want to fall off. So I think I'm just going to layer it one time and that's it, and put in there. But you can tell I got to layer at the bottom. To me, it does better if you leave them bigger, because it won't fall apart as bad. So it's like the more you cut, the more they like fall apart. So I think it does better if you leave it kind of whole. So I'm going to get all the loose up too, because I'm going to save that, because that's good. So I'm going to try to save all of that I can. I'm going to try it and see. But as you can see, I got it. I might have got too much on a pan, but I don't know. I'm trying it. So this is the first time I've ever done it this way. If anybody's got any suggestions or know a little bit better than I do, just, I don't care. Send me some comments. Because this is about the second time I've done broccoli before. Mama's never put up broccoli, so, and she don't really like broccoli that good. So we've always eat broccoli, but Mama's never put any up. So I put up some last year, and it did really good how I did it. So I'll see how this goes. The only thing different I'm doing is going to put it in the freezer for 2 hours, and then put it in bags and put it in the freezer. So I'm gonna try it this way. But I did last year. I did let it sit and dry on the towels. So hopefully it turns out okay for me, and we'll have some broccoli in the fridge for the winter. So I actually got both of them to go in there. So don't look at my fridge and don't say anything. Don't look at my freezer side. So I had to pile everything in this. So I put the little tray on top, and I noticed this stuck out a little bit. So I said I took this shelf off and stuck it right there for the time being. So I took that little shelf off, and then because that little shelf was hitting that pan, making it not go in there so I wouldn't have to go to the barn, so I could be right here at the house. So I got it in there. I'm gonna let it stay in there for 2 hours, and I stacked it. I did stack it 3 high on this, and I stacked it 2 or 3 high on that one too. So I'll see how it works. Okay, so I got my rutabaga greens in the pot, starting to warm up. I just needed a bigger pot, I think. But you can tell what the leaves look like. I got a little bit of lard in there. I wish I had some ham hock to put in there. It would probably be a whole lot better. But lard's gonna have to do for now. So once they cook down a little bit, I'll have more room, and I'll put some more water in there if I need to. I'm scared to put too much. I don't want it to boil over yet. So, and then this pot's gonna have my rutabagas in it, and I'm cutting them up. So rutabagas looks like this. It almost looks like a turnip, really, but it's not. It's rutabagas, and they look kind of yellowish on the inside. So I'm cutting the peels off of them. I'm gonna cut them, slice them up, and put them in the pot and let them be cooking. It's about 4 o'clock, so it'll take about an hour or a little while. Over an hour. I haven't got the broccoli out yet. I need to do that. It's been in there over an hour or 2 hours, so you can tell it's kind of frozen up already, so it's time for it to come out. So you can tell my greens, rutabaga greens are starting to cook really good. I got them cooked down just a little bit, not much, so I want them to cook. And then I just got these on, my rutabagas cut up, and I got these going. I got them a little bit of lard, salt and pepper in them. Lard and salt and pepper in them. It would have been great to have some ham hock or some kind of ham cuttings or something to make it a little bit flavor, but I don't have any that's ready. I could have got some of that fat back bacon out, but I forgot to get it out, and it's still frozen. So now, since I got this going, I can keep an eye on it. I'm gonna get my broccoli vacuum sealed up if I can run the vacuum cleaner. I mean, not the vacuum cleaner, the vacuum sealer if I can run it. Usually Andy does my vacuum sealer for me, so I'm gonna have to see if I can remember how to do it since the summer, because I ain't used it since we put up stuff this summer. Okay, so I cut the vacuum sealer on. I already sealed up bottom of the bag. I didn't really know what size to make it, so I'm just gonna do the small stuff in here. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I got this already here, and it's looking pretty good. So I already froze up pretty good, so I got it froze up. I'm gonna kind of uncrumble it a little bit, so maybe it'll seal pretty good. I'm gonna put all the loose stuff in here. Might not be the prettiest. I'm going to save every little bit I can save. Alright, anyway, I'm putting a few pieces in here so it won't be just a cold thing. Maybe just to eat a mess or something. I'll put some pieces in here that looks good. Alright, so I got all that stuff in here. I think that'd be a good little mess, so let's see if I can get this thing to work. I don't know. I think you push this up under here as far as you can. And push this down. And you're supposed to push here. Lock that thing down there. Alright, let's see if we got it. Oh yes, it is sealed and nice. So that works good by freezing that. It don't have all that juice in there. So I might start doing some more vegetables that way if we need it done that way. But that worked perfect. It worked perfect for the vacuum seal. So there you go. It is sealed good. You can tell it's packed sealed. So we're gonna keep going. Okay, I just finished up the last bag. The vacuum seal worked good. I had like one little spot that it was my error that I didn't push the bag up far enough for it to, you know, suck the air out of it, so to seal it up. So, but we have, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 bags, and they're good size, but some of them a little bit bigger than the other, but good size helpings of broccoli for us to eat this winter. So we have 8 bags to put in the freezer. I'm just gonna put it in the freezer here for right now, and then later on the night after we eat supper, I will take it to the shop and put it in our big freezers. And so my brother still has a little bit of more broccoli left. I might get some more before it goes to the bag and put some more up, because we love broccoli. Broccoli's good with cheese, and broccoli is good for any type of diet, especially keto diets, and my husband's trying to get back on his diet again, and I don't help matters by cooking like I do. So but we're gonna be eating good. We got some broccoli. So I was pretty satisfied how it came out. I really liked how the freezer did, so because you can tell there's no moisture in this bag, so these broccoli shouldn't be mushy at all when you take it out for to cook them, when you take them out of the freezer. So I'll see how they are once I get a pack out, but they look good to me. Alright, so I just took the Rudy Biggers up. There's that, and there's the salad. I'm going to chop it up a little bit and chop these up a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. I want the greens chopped up a little bit. So I'm going to do that. And I checked on my roast. I'm going to let it cook a little bit longer. I mean, it's about done, but Andy ain't got home yet, and I just have got the broccoli going, so it won't take long for it. And I'll have everything done. It's like 5:30, so I'm going to let the roast stay in a little bit longer. I put it on at 1 o'clock. It looks done, but it's not going to hurt it to cook a little bit longer though. It's not overcooked, so I want to make sure it's done on the inside because it's really thick. It's a thick piece of picnic. I weighed it on the scales. It weighed like 8 pounds, so it's a big little picnic. So, but if you want to see what it looks like without the lid on, you know, the top part's the skin anyhow, so it's looking pretty good though. If I could flip it over, you can actually see the meat kind of on the bottom of it, but it looks good and it's about done. It is definitely done. I'm just letting it stay in here and cook a little bit longer.
Well, just got back from church this morning, and on the way to church this morning, our neighbor had a cow out over in the field, so we called and texted him about his cow. So on the way home, we were kind of watching out to see if his cow had gotten back in or not, and kind of looking around for that. So coming up the path, didn't see his cow anywhere, but coming up the path, we saw something else, well, Kim did, and now we're on the way there to take care of that right now. So come on, we'll show you what happened. Well, if you can see him, old Bandit, he escaped. Come home, well, Kim saw him down the path, and him and Maggie standing there playing. So I reckon it's all right. Well, ain't no news going to them. They're gonna come to us, looks like. But look at him. Yeah, you're in trouble. You got out. Something wrong with you, goat.
I ain't here because he's gonna butt me.
He ain't gonna butt nobody.
He is too.
What are you doing? Running around? All right. Well, should we put him back up or should we?
I don't know that he's...
Here, you do that. I got him.
Okay.
The only thing is,
He's
I would
fine.
leave him out, but I'm scared that he would gourd. I'm scared that he would gourd Maggie. So I know Maggie likes playing with him, but I'm just scared his horns are so sharp. I'm scared that he'd gourd her. So come on, knothead, let's go. Back to the pen. He's mean. He's trying to knock my knees out from under
I
me.
told you he's mean.
Get him, Maggie.
He likes to butt you.
He's a mean little rascal.
He's not mean, he just wants to play and butt.
He's
It
just
hurts.
mean. All right, knothead.
Get that, Bella. Bella, what are y'all doing?
Shut the gate. Get her out of here. Shut the gate.
Come on, Maggie, in.
Well, I came back out and put some wire on here. These little bungee cord things that's on here now, I'm probably just gonna take them off. He's chewed through probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 of these things. Like I said, they ain't them little bungee cords. And that's how he keeps getting out. And so I got some wire on here now. Hopefully that wire will keep him in there. Quit, Maggie. I don't need no help. I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. All right. Okay. I don't think that'll get nobody. But it's all wired together now on this end. So hopefully he won't get out no more. If he does, he may have to have a new home because he's getting kind of aggressive. And I reckon it's because he's by himself. He's a little Billy. And if I can find a little friend to put with him, it might help out a little bit. But if I can't, we're gonna have us a cheap goat fixing to have a new home. It might even be free delivery.
He's got his lips up.
Now, like I say, I wouldn't mind leaving him out, but because he'd settle down in a day or two. But because he's been out for at least what, a couple hours? Because he was in here when we left the church this morning.
At least an hour.
So he didn't hurt anybody, but his horns are so sharp. Like I said, I'd hate for him to gourd Maggie or one of the cows or something like that, because those things are really sharp. And button ain't that bad, but if he was to sling his head back and gash one of these cows or Maggie open, that'd be a mess. So to be on the safe side, we're gonna lock him back up. Stay in there this time. Well, I reckon that's gonna wrap up this video. We're gonna finish out here in the barn. We got a few orders that just came in. We're gonna try to finish up right quick today. But what a week it's been. Kim, she went and got all the broccoli and stuff cut and got it all put up and had a good supper the other night. But the last few days we've had a lot of heavy rain and some really, really strong winds, and not complaining about the rain because we need it. I know there's a lot of other people in this country that need rain worse than we do, so I'm not complaining about that. And it's almost got the old pond filled back up. So, but the wind was kind of tough. It blew here, what, about 2 or 3 days in a row, didn't it? Luckily we didn't have any damage much. We had a few limbs down, and Kim got those fixed up where they weren't on the fence anymore. But we did have some wind come up the other night so strong that it blew my brother's dog kennel. I don't know, he just picked it up somehow or another and carried it right across the field and went through 2 sections of fences that we had, but didn't tear them down too bad. Just kind of leaned the post over a little bit, so we got them straightened up, and it's good for now. But it also hit my neighbor's horse pasture fence and kind of broke down part of his. Kim and my brother spent the other day out there trying to put their fence back together. And then we had another thing that happened. You know, Geneive, we knew she was bred back and she was getting closer, and Kim noticed the other day that she's starting to get some milk in her bag and some more signs are showing. We got up the other day and got to looking, and we noticed that Geneive wasn't as thick as she has been. So we rode down and we noticed that she was in the back part of the pasture the day before. And so we got the old side by side out, rode down there yesterday and took a look, and we found out where she had the donkey. She had the afterbirth and everything laying on the ground, but we couldn't find the donkey anywhere. And so we looked and looked, and then Geneive and George came walking down there where we were. And I don't know, things happen like that sometimes, but we finally found it. But it was not good. The little stream that runs down by the pasture over there, which is fenced off from the pasture, but somehow or another that little donkey got up and got through the fence and stumbled off into that stream and actually didn't make it. I don't know, I hate it happened. That's 2 we've had to drown so far. Had one that actually drowned in the pond, which the mama cow had it in there, and then now we've had this donkey somehow or another. I don't know how in the world she got through the fence, because it was probably about 10 or 12 feet from the fence where we found her at. And that's one reason I got that stream fenced off, so nothing like that would happen, but just wasn't meant to be as far as I know. But hopefully she can get bred back, and about 11 to 14 months we'll have another one, I hope. And I know Kim was watching her close the other day, and she told me to put her in the barn, but I figured she had the other one like she did, it was all right, but didn't turn out. So anyway, next year whenever she gets ready to have another, we're going to probably put her in the barn just to be on the safe side. Well, I hate to end the video on a sad note, but if you got animals, that's going to happen from time to time. Like I say, nothing we can do about it hardly, but so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up from here. We're going to try to make some more of the earrings and different things this afternoon for some orders that we got. And hey, we appreciate everybody who's put orders in for us from the last week or so, and we appreciate that a whole lot. And it's keeping us busy, which busy is good. So guess we're going to wrap it up here. Again, we appreciate you joining us. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends and neighbors, and again, we appreciate you, and we sure hope to see you in the next video.